Hey everyone, this is Coach Koontz again, and today I'm with Jack Henson. He is a senior on our men's golf team. And Jack, tell me a little bit about what you've been doing for your free time here lately while we've been out of school.
So, I was I've been just doing some projects around the house, like helping my dad like with some things outside, playing a little bit of guitar. Um, Earlier, whenever this so-called break started, I was going out to the golf course with some of my friends and playing, but just trying to stay inside, trying to stay away from the germs, I guess.
Gotcha. Speaking of golf, how did you get started playing?
So, I come from a golfing family. I grew up on a golf course like my whole entire life. Two older brothers, one turned professional at 17, other played for University of South Carolina. But I mean, my parents they tried to get me into golf by taking me to lessons when I was younger. I just never showed an interest because there was really good fishing on the golf course that I lived on, and that was something that I was interested in at the time. But whenever I moved up to the mountains of North Carolina, and I did not live on a golf course, ironically, that's whenever I wanted to start playing. I guess it's like I didn't know what I had until it was gone, but I highly enjoy it now. So
Good deal. Um, so rewind just a little bit, going back a couple weeks ago. When I met with all of our spring sports senior athletes. I'm just curious, what were your initial thoughts that day after I shared that news with you guys?
so I just remember like hearing on the intercom saying spring sport athletes to the gym. And I was like, okay. It's like I guess so. It's like I kind of know what this is going to be about. And so we talked about how there was going to be a break like during the meeting, but then like after the meeting, it really didn't hit me until I came up to one of my good buddies, and he's just like, "Well, I guess this is it." And like we just kind of thought about it. It's like the worst thing that could happen is like our season could be taken away, and you want to stay positive in the negative situations at the time, but it's just like it was just one of those things that was clouding our heads. So that was kind of a rough thing, but yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. And I appreciate you saying remaining positive. I know that's tough at times, but that's a good policy to have. So, um, um, talking about positive, let's talk about the future plans. I noticed you've got a hat on there. Tell me a little bit about what your plans are after graduation.
So on after graduating high school, I plan on attending college at the Ozarks, and that is just outside of Branson, Missouri. And it's a work college, so you work um like for the school on campus to pay for your tuition, and you can do like a summer work program that pays for your room and board, so you can graduate debt free. And that's one thing I'm really interested into. Is not I don't want to take out any loans for anything. Don't want to owe money. Um, and yeah, and I'll also be playing on the golf team there as well. So that's kind of the next road to travel on, I guess. I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome. That's great. I'm excited for you, Jack. Um, Last question here. You shared with me your quote for the yearbook this year, and I thought I was very intrigued by it. But you said that your quote was, "If you couldn't play tomorrow, how would you play today?" So the floor is yours, Jack. Just tell me a little bit about, in light of our current situation that we're in, tell me how what that quote means to you now since you picked it prior to this all taking place.
So like I chose that quote. It was a quote that one of my old friends used to say, and he was just like, if you couldn't play, he was talking about golf, but he was like, so if you couldn't play tomorrow, how hard would you play today? And I just kind of looked at it like that. It was like, but then whenever we had our first non-conference match this season, um, it was I didn't really take it into consideration as much as I should have, and just because like I could have definitely tried a lot harder. I'm sure there are others that could have that say the same thing as well. But now just looking back at it, that quote can also apply to like school as well, because it's just, or anything in general, because it's just you never know when it's going to be the last time that you have something. And it's like, so you want to treat it like it is your last. Like, well, is like if I can't talk to this, is like if I knew I couldn't talk to them tomorrow, how would I spend time with them today? And like that's one thing I'm kind of thinking about right now with the senior year is like looking back on it, if I knew if it was going to be like kind of essentially like taken away from me, it's like I may would have had a different outlook on everything.
Yeah. Well, Jack, I think take away from that, and that's a really powerful quote. You know, we're taking advantage of these days and checking in with your friends and continuing to do what you do every day, and enjoy it and enjoy it. Look for the positive things. So, Jack, thank you for your time. Again, y'all, this is Jack Henson. He's a senior on our men's golf team, and it was a pleasure talking with you.
Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.